If you cry because the sun has gone out of your life, your tears will prevent you from seeing the stars. Namaskar friends. Welcome to Headlines of the Day. In this video, we are going to discuss important headlines of the Hindu. And our first important headline is Kishida calls for unified stand on global order. It is available on page number 1 and here related paper to international relations. In this article, we have to know about India-Japan relations, recent developments and what lies ahead. So friends, recently Japanese Prime Minister arrived in New Delhi to attend the annual India-Japan Summit, and it is seen as a significant development in the relationship between both the countries as Japan is set to host the G7 summit next month. And one of the key points of discussion between both the Prime Minister is to plan ways on how G20 and G7 nations can work closely to handle critical global issues. बाकी इंडिया जापान रिलेशंस को हमारी वेबसाइट पे बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया गया है एंड लिंक भी अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में. Our next important headline is concluding on a high note in Manthan. It is available on page number 8 and year related paper to international relations. In this article, we have to know about United Nations Security Council, its mandate, India and UNSC, challenges for India at UNSC, and what lies ahead. So friends, United Nations Security Council has primary responsibility for maintenance of international peace and security, and it consists of 10 elected members and 5 permanent members, and these are China, United States, France, United Kingdom and Russia, and its 10 permanent members are elected for 2-year terms by General Assembly, right? And do you know friends, India has served 8 times in the United Nations Security Council as a non-permanent member, and it has been advocating a permanent seat in UNSC. बाकी for other points you can go through this article and इससे related content हमारी वेबसाइट पे भी अवेलेबल है and link अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में. Our next important headline is the wide disparities in human development. It is available on page number 9 and year related to paper 3 economy section से. In this article, we have to know about Human Development Index, key highlights of the latest report, India's performance, issues and concerns, and suggestions. So friends, HDI is created by the United Nations Development Program to evaluate and compare the level of human development in different regions around the world, and HDI evaluates countries' average accomplishment in 3 aspects, and these are a long and healthy life, knowledge, and a decent standard of living. बाकी for the points you can go through this article and इससे related content हमारी वेबसाइट पे भी अवेलेबल है and link भी अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में. Our next important headline is a boost to the zoonosis theory. It is available on page number 10 and year related to paper 2 health section से. In this article we have to know what is the fresh theory about origin of virus that set off the COVID-19 pandemic, what are its implications, and why is it important to know where the virus came from. So friends, recently undisclosed genetic data from a food market in Wuhan is being used to support the zoonosis theory over the lab leak theory. Now what is zoonosis? So friends, it is any disease or infection that is naturally transmissible from vertebrate animals to humans, right? Baki for the points you can go through this article. Our next important headline is, are foreign law firms now allowed in India? It is available on page number 10 and year related paper to polity and governance. In this article, we have to know what are the rules for the registration and regulation of foreign lawyers and foreign law firms in India 2022 and how is this move mutually beneficial to Indian and foreign lawyers. So friends, recently Bar Council of India has opened up a law practice in India to foreign lawyers and law firms. Now what are the Supreme Court's earlier observations in this context friends? In 2018, Supreme Court ruled that foreign law firms or foreign lawyers cannot practice law in the country either on litigation or non-litigation side. However, court said that there was no bar on foreign law firms or foreign lawyers visiting India for temporary period for giving legal advice to their clients. And court also asked the Bar Council of India to make appropriate rules in this regard. Our next important headline is Rapid Action Against Climate Change Needed UN Panel. It is available on page number 14 and year related to paper 3 environment section. In this article, we have to know what are the findings of Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change recent report on climate change, significant implications of the report for India and suggestions. So friends, recent report highlighted that world is still not doing enough to control global temperatures from breaching 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold, and the report also highlighted that climate impacts were unequally distributed with the poor and disadvantaged being the most vulnerable. And And one of the most significant implications of the report for India is the increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Therefore, reports highlights the need for policymakers to prioritize investments in disaster risk reduction to protect vulnerable populations, right? Our next important headline is Supreme Court directs government to clear 28,000 crore one rank one pension arrears by February next year. It is available on page number 14 and year related paper 2 governance section से. In this article, we have to know about one rank one pension scheme and its objectives. So friends, recently Supreme Court extended government's deadline for paying arrears to retired military personnel and family pensioners under the one rank one pension scheme. Now, what is one rank one pension scheme? So friends, it implies the payment of the same pension to armed forces personnel and the same length of service irrespective of their date of retirement. Our next and last important headline is Scholars, experts from SCO countries discuss ways to revive Buddhist culture. It is available on page number 14 and ये related to paper 1 art and culture section से and paper 2 international section से भी इसको link कर सकते हैं. In this article we have to know what are the key takeaways and objectives of conference on shared Buddhist heritage. So friends, two-day conference was organized by Ministry of Culture and Ministry of External Affairs and International Buddhist Confederation, and the conference aimed to re-establish transcultural links, seek out commonalities between Buddhist art of Central Asia, art styles, archaeological sites, and antiquity in various museums, collections of SCO countries, right? So friends, आज के लिए इतना ही. Thanks for listening. For regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.